Hey there everyone, it's CandyEvie here. I recently uploaded another no sense title, being Pokédex entries that make no sense. In this video, I asked people to make suggestions for the next video's topic. Well, one topic that seemed to be really popular was top 10 Pokemon that learn moves that make no sense. Well, I'm going to call it Pokemon with movesets that make no sense. So a massive thank you to Gengar for suggesting this topic, so let's get right into it. In today's video, I am going to be analysing what in my opinion are the top 10 Pokemon with movesets that make no sense. This could be a Pokemon that learns a move that doesn't seem to suit it very well, or a Pokemon being unable to learn a move that you would assume that it would be able to. Ironically, this video will make more sense as we go through the list, so let's begin. Starting off the list at number 10, we have Rideon and Reef. These two are able to use the HM Surf. While I don't doubt that these two have the ability to carry the weight of their trainer, the fact that these two are able to learn Surf is odd in relation to their typing. Rideon and Reef have a typing of Ground Rock, which gives them a 4x weakness against water. With this type of vulnerability, it would seem odd for either of these two to even go near a large body of water, let alone be able to act as a ferry for trainers. At number 9 we have Pancham. There are many Pokemon that are able to use Surf that simply look like they don't have the ability to do so, but personally I think that Pancham is one of the worst offenders for this. Of course, I understand that a Pokemon does not need to have a water typing in order to swim, but Pokemon that use Surf are more often than not water type. For those Pokemon that aren't about water typing, there is usually a logical reason to explain this. Latios and Latias are able to use these HM moves, and footage from Pokemon Heroes clearly shows that they do have this ability. But Pancham, it's a panda! A baby panda at that! We've seen the anime, Serena owns a Pancham, so we can see the size comparison. How is it possible for a Pokemon of this size to be able to carry a person across the water? The very idea is ridiculous. Number 8 is Wooper. Wooper can learn Ice Punch. Hello? With what fists? With what arms? This honestly baffles me. Is it supposed to punch its foes with its tail or something? It doesn't make sense! Number 7, Gastly. Gastly is on this list for the same reason as Wooper, being that it is able to use elemental punches. Gastly! It's a sphere! This is even more preposterous than Wooper's case. What's Gastly supposed to do? Launch its entire body at the opponent and call it a punch? Ugh. Number 6, Primate. Primate can learn Iron Tail. Primate has no tail. I'm aware of the fact that Mangy has a tail, but Primate doesn't. Primate isn't even the only Pokemon to have this flaw either, there are so many others, but I'm using Primate as my example. Regardless of whether or not its pre-evolution does have a tail, that doesn't mean that Primate should simply get a free pass to a move it shouldn't be able to learn in the first place. And if it's not using its tail to attack, what is it? Number 5, Zubat. Zubat is overall a very disliked Pokemon, known for popping up at the worst times and spamming confusion. Do you know what else is confusing about this little dingus? The fact that it can use mean look! Zubat has no eyes! How is it looking at you? With its teeth? I don't understand! Number 4, Charizard. Charizard is a majestic dragon-like Pokemon, truly one of the most loved Pokemon of Generation 1. Speaking of Generation 1, in this generation Charizard could not learn the move Fly. Excuse me? The Fire Flying type Charizard cannot learn Fly in these games, I kid you not. There are so many Pokemon that aren't even of a flying type and still get to learn Fly. Are those wings just for decoration? Fortunately by Generation 2 this amazingly bad quirk had been altered, but it's still pretty funny to think that back in Generation 1 this big dragon couldn't even fly. Number 3, DoduoDodrio. This is another spot on the list taken by confusion with the Fly HM. While Charizard should have been able to learn it, these two should not. To fly, you know, you kinda need to have wings. Or at least the ability to levitate. Doduo and Dodrio do not have wings. So how do they fly? You may argue, oh, but they are flying types. Well, to be honest, I don't think that they should be flying types in the first place, but that's an opinion that I might end up saving for another video. The bottom line is that these two really should not be able to fly. Number 2, Pikachu. There have been various event Pikachu that are able to use the moves Fly and Surf. What? Yes, I know that the introduction to Yellow version technically shows Pikachu flying and surfing, but do you really expect me to believe that a Pikachu would be able to carry the weight of a 10-year-old using balloons? And its surfboard doesn't even look big enough either. It's good for its intended gimmick, but outside of the gimmick, it really doesn't make a lot of sense for a Pikachu to be able to use these moves in the field. And the Pokemon at the number 1 spot is Lickitung. Lickitung is a licking Pokemon. Hey, it even has Lick at the beginning of its name. But believe it or not, Lickitung could not even learn Lick in Generation 1. Honestly, to me, this makes the least sense out of all the Pokemon I've analyzed on this list. You give this Pokemon its own little gimmick, licking, which is all good and well, and then you completely contradict all of this by making it unable to use the move that is undeniably the most relevant. It's like making Charizard unable to learn Fly. Oh wait. Regardless, the fact that Lickitung was unable to learn Lick in the original Pokemon games makes it my #1 pick. And so, that was my list of my top 10 Pokemon with movesets that make no sense. I hope that this video made a little sense though. If you want to share your thoughts or even suggest a topic for my next video, then be sure to do so in the comments below. In any case, thank you all so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!